So, you're in Alabama and you're looking for a dog trainer. Well, you've come to the right place. We're going to cut through all the noise and give you a really straightforward guide to finding the perfect person for you and your dog.
Okay, let's picture this. Are you ready to really enjoy everything Alabama has to offer? With your dog right there with you. Because that's what this is all about, right? Good training is really just building a partnership so you can go out, explore, and have a good time together without any of the stress.
I mean, think about it. You're trying to navigate a crowded farmer's market, or maybe you're at a football tailgate. Heck, even just walking calmly through your own neighborhood. Those are the moments where good training really shines. It's the difference between your dog being a fun companion versus a source of, a little bit of anxiety.
All right, so where do we even begin? Let's talk about what makes a good trainer. There are a few things that are, well, pretty much non-negotiable.
Okay, the absolute bedrock of any good modern dog training is something called positive reinforcement. It's totally backed by science, and the whole idea is to teach your dog what you want them to do and then reward them for it. Simple as that. This is how you build trust and get results that actually last.
And the difference between the two approaches is, well, it's night and day. Positive methods, they help you build a dog that's confident and actually wants to learn. On the other hand, punishment-based training, the kind that uses intimidation or harsh tools, that can often just create fear. And a lot of the time, it just makes the original problems a whole lot worse.
Now, this part is really key for us here in Alabama, because the state doesn't have any official licensing for dog trainers. So these certifications, they're pretty much your best bet for finding a real professional. You might see things like CPDT-K. That just means they've passed a big test on training theory and ethics. You don't have to memorize this whole alphabet soup, but just look for these kinds of letters after a trainer's name. It shows they've put in the work and are serious about what they do.
Okay, now that you know what to look for in a person, let's get practical. Let's talk about finding a program that actually fits your life and your budget.
You're going to find a few different options out there. Group classes are awesome for socialization. In-home training is fantastic because you're tackling problems right where they happen, in your house. And then you've got the more intensive stuff like day training or board and train. But here's the thing to remember. No matter which one you choose, a truly great trainer is always going to involve you. You have to be part of the process for the training to actually stick.
All right, let's talk money. The costs can definitely vary. So for, say, a 6-week group class, you might be looking at somewhere between $120 and $250. A one-on-one private lesson, probably somewhere in the $80 to $150 range. And just a heads up, you're probably going to see higher prices in the bigger cities like Birmingham and Huntsville than you will in the smaller towns.
Okay, this next part is all about giving you the confidence to make the right choice. Here is your pre-hire checklist, a few simple things to go through when you're checking out a trainer.
So when you're talking to a potential trainer, think of it like a little interview. And here are 4 questions you'll want to ask. Number 1, what training methods do you use? You're listening for that positive reinforcement stuff we just talked about. 2, what are your credentials? 3, how are you going to customize the plan for my dog? And last but not least, number 4, how are we going to measure progress? So you've found your trainer, you're starting to learn, and now the really fun part starts, putting all those new skills into practice out in the real world.
And Alabama has some seriously great spots for this. You could check out Remy's Dog Park in Birmingham. It's one of the biggest in the whole state. Or, if you're down on the coast, head over to Unleash Dog Park in Orange Beach. These are perfect places to work on things like recall or just playing nicely with other dogs, all in a pretty controlled spot.
And hey, don't forget about all the beautiful state parks we have here. Most of them are totally fine with you bringing your dog, as long as they're on a leash. It's just a fantastic low-key way to practice walking nicely on a leash, while you both get to enjoy some incredible scenery.
Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about having an obedient dog. It's about having a confident, happy buddy who can be part of your life, who can join you on that quiet hike or tag along to that busy farmer's market. Finding the right trainer is a huge first step on that path, and we truly hope you and your dog have a wonderful time on that journey together.